not going to fall into the habit of thinking I'm smart here, though.
Mm-hmm.
So in future, I'll just give you really crappy questions. And then you can have 5-minute rants. All right. So why
On the
is
really crappy questions.
yeah, why is
What
Witch
is
Doctor
love?
not played? Oh, okay. That whoa, we're going even deeper here.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Why mudgolems?
Yeah, that's also a good question. Like why not just why not like Hell Bear Smashers
Or
or
the satyrs?
the Satyrs? Yeah,
Satyrs. I don't know why. I've got this habit of saying satyrs. It's a bad habit.
yeah, yeah. See, you and me, we can have some lessons on the English
Back and
language
forth,
and
right? I said I did
pronunciation and
warn earlier. I said
mm-hmm,
English people are
mm-hmm.
not good people to learn English from.
Right,
We're
right.
fucking terrible. We take shortcuts everywhere.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a Tidehunter. Tidehunter is, it's kind of cool against heroes like Beast at least, and Rubik too to some extent, unless you get the Ravage stolen. Just because of how Kraken Shell works, it's hard to bring down the Tide. However, Tide against Void and also Tide against Grimstroke, both the W from the Grimstroke and of course the Chronosphere, you can kill the Tide without him being able to use his Ravage or other spells.
So what you're really getting at here is why did they pick Tide?
No, Tidehunter, both good and bad.
Yeah.
Is kind of like it.
Okay. I guess they needed some big team fight. Like it has its counters in this game, but like what else gives you this level of kind of team fight, which you're sorely lacking right now in HellRaisers?
Yeah, and I'm curious how HellRaisers are gonna tie this together. I'm looking at some sort of range mid hero for them here. I'd be real surprised if they went for another melee hero.
What's in top of that list? Like, are you looking for something that pushes early, or are you looking for kind of a gank and spanker? Because it looks like they really lack an ability to push early right now.
Yeah, they're also kind of lacking a gank and spank hero. So they could go either or. I feel like you could see something like a Death Prophet potentially. Then you can kind of go this pushing route. What other heroes are there? Range.
Queen of Pain feels dangerous, right?
Yeah, you hate. I don't know. I'm really not a fan of Queen of Pain in general, but also just against Grimstroke with the W, also Void. Just any chrono, you're so squishy, very susceptible to dying.
Like when you put those points in my mind, like I think DP is probably the best suggestion that comes to mind, other than maybe like a DK is another.
Yeah, maybe some Puck or some.
You don't just get
I
caught really easily as a puck though. Like Lift, there's Roar as well. There's
No, for
ways.
sure. I mean, it's not the easiest of Puck games by any means. Maybe there's the
Oh
Storm
no,
in there.
no. I
There's
didn't
Storm.
mention this one for a
I
reason. This was the worst of the thing that was coming from my brain. And trust me, there's many bad
yeah.
things that come from my brain. But Nature's Prophet, this is not an easy Nature's Prophet game.
No, I feel like this is. I mean, if you get off kids, I feel like you can pick off these supports and be a nuisance, and the Void can feel threatened. But I feel like your other heroes need to have a lot of presence in this game. I'm curious, kind of the roles here. I feel like there's some kind of there's something wonky with the lineup here from HellRaisers. I feel like there's too many supports in this lineup.
And yeah, mudgolems, they go, okay, just something that can burst down here is very easily, won't get beaten in the lane. And it will be that Nature's Prophet Lena matchup. So it
Yeah, and I'm
feels.
curious now. It's gonna be probably the Sven Witch Doctor, I'm thinking, and Tide Wisp. I'm not sure.
That's what I was thinking, right? Like that does, yeah, Lil's the force, so this should be the way. That way they have kill potential top, and Tide should easily survive the laning phase. Should being the keyword.
Should.
As you
Yes.
may notice in this skin, he's putting a few extra pounds, so he's a little bit slower.
Look at that skin on the Tide Man.
That's like
That is.
it's
It
like,
looks like Pudge kind of, but like a fish Pudge.
oh my god,
You know?
actually, it kind of looks like that moment where you need to go to the shops quickly and you just open up your wardrobe and just throw on whatever you have.
Good lord. I mean, the Witch Doctor set too.
Yeah, like that's
These guys are
the
geared.
winter, and you need to throw everything on right now.
And 33 has like it looks like he has 2 Battle Furies already.
Damn, dude. Okay, that's where the accelerant comes from. He's gonna let Faceless Void borrow one because Skitter was too cheap to buy the Battle Fury for Void, and there you go. Got it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think if the Tidehunter gets off to a good start in this game, I think the game could get tough for mudgolems. If he manages, like if the Void doesn't get off to a good start and Tide does, he could just get so tanky that he's gonna be an issue to deal with, and they're gonna have to bring too many numbers to shut him down, and that's gonna buy the rest of I was about to say Team Spirit, but
Oh,
HellRaisers.
got him. Are you sure
It's
it's
gonna
not
buy
Fly to Moon 2.0?
or IDC, you know.
Ah, the best one.
No, it's gonna buy the rest of HellRaisers some time to get their heroes online, and yeah, I think then mudgolems could have some trouble. Otherwise, I think I like mudgolems here. I'm not a huge fan of this last pick Prophet. I'm not sure how this matchup goes. The Lina Prophet, I assume, is Lina favorite. I feel like you just nuke the trees and
Yeah.
you can just keep pushing the wave, and you don't really care that much about these treants. They're never really gonna be able to get to hit you, I think.
Yeah, and the Prophet, like, even if it starts Blightstone, the trades aren't going to be favorable because he's predictably going to walk up, instantly get stunned, and you're already 2 hits ahead. We'll have to see how that goes, though. I also love the way that they've kind of drafted this Faceless Void, because we talk about this whole what's your big combo in your chrono, but it feels like they've really prioritized ways in which he can be utilized in this game outside of chrono, right? So you got the combos with the Grimstroke, and you've also got the attack speed aura from the Beastmaster.
Yeah, I mean they do have a lot of stuff to throw in their chrono. Like there is the beast with the axes and roar, blah blah blah. But then they have 3 ranged heroes with a lot of just nuking damage. So they have a lot of damage inside the chrono. And the Void here are starting with the double ring of regen.
I've been seeing this sometimes from not so often from carries. It's usually off laners, ones that know they're gonna get beaten up a bit. Like I think Doom is what I've seen a lot of players practicing this with in the off lane. Just double ring of regen start to offset your nerfs. Never on a Void though.
Yeah, I mean the thought process might be that just he's up against this IO and Tide lane, and this lane is not really it's not really a killer lane, right? They're just gonna kind of try to out sustain you, and maybe with this double ring of regen you're gonna be able to just sustain back.
Yeah.
Let's see
Also,
how it
he's
goes.
probably gonna. I feel like they're gonna push the wave a lot because Anchor Smash, right? So you'll be under your tower. That's another 1
Yeah.
HP regen. You become
Yeah,
unhittable.
and he's also gonna be like, Farah, give me regen, man. I need regen. Hello, give me regen.
And Far's like, God, I've got 4 branches to this very thing. I'm gonna give him shared tangos and then drop trees constantly.
Good guy, Farah.
What a lad. Actually, I was seeing a Buckler start on 33 as well.
Yeah, he wants to be able to push this wave here. Sven, he wants to kind of negate some of the cleave damage so that the wave isn't not pushing, so Beast gets to be the one pushing, together also with the Rubik Force with the Fade Bolt. And it looks like Farah's just running back to base right now.
Wait,
Is
what?
he gonna sit there and wait for his magic stick? Yeah, he might. He might just give the level 2 to Faceless Void. He's also gonna be bringing a set of tangos for the Void.
Yeah, I was
He
wondering if
sells
that's
one
the
of his
other thing.
branches and buys the magic stick and TPs right away. Okay.
What a player. What a selfless player. Tell me how many POS 2s would so quickly become this selfless.
Yeah, I mean, not that many. That's for sure.
Simone, everyone's in chat. It's like, I sure as hell wouldn't. Oh, Rubik.
Feeling good, man.
It's gonna be his additional regen gone, but I mean, you shouldn't feel too much pressure, right? Like, Fable should mitigate most of the pressure that Duracho can place on you in this lane.
Yeah, Phoenix already kind of bullying this Faceless Void a little bit just with the Anchor Smash. Not letting him walk up without tanking those.
Don't
Making it
worry.
more difficult to see us.
He can take the beating, Pajkatt. He's ring regens. Right? He knew how hard this was going to be. But you just wait until later. Like, if you're the Faceless Void, you're like, after I get a few levels in Bash, I'll show that Fishman who the boss is. Not to be confused with actual Fishman from Faith.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that one.
Mid, however, so far is looking better for Kesani. He's already got a little bit extra XP in him, and CS-wise looking a bit better with 3 denies. We said we weren't sure how this
gonna have the
goes.
bottle.
Yeah,
Bottle's gonna be flying out right now. I think, like you just wait a little bit, and I think Lina's gonna be just fine. She just needs to get a regen sent out.
Yeah, the rune control is going to be imperative though, right? Because the difference between these two is Prophet, if he gets harassed a little, he can just TP back.
Yeah, Lina kind of relies on those runes, so rune control might be quite important this game. We're gonna see if HR are gonna bring any more heroes into help the Prophet get the runes. Of course, he can TP to one place, but Lina could always just be there with a stun, so not guaranteed runes anyways.
Void
Kind of
is...
even now across the board. The one thing is the Void is suffering quite a bit here.
That was the one I was about to
11
highlight.
to 12 to 3, 13-3 versus 5-0.
Does this get any better as well? I don't feel like this is a lane where you as the faces forward to go, you wait until I have level X. Maybe level 20, but in terms of early levels, is there really any turnaround opportunity onto the Tide?
Phonic's really bullying here.
Doesn't salve his ire. Outrageous. This is possibly... No, not impossible. I think this is the quietest start we've had, actually, so far.
Yeah, not too much going on right now. Just heroes sitting in their lanes and farming. But this is kind of what I was talking about a little bit, how if this Tidehunter gets off to a good start, kind of bullying the Void, I think they might have some damage issues, depending, of course, also on what items the Void goes.
Oh, there it is. It was actually in the bot lane in the end. Witch Doctor's the one to go down. Looks like he got caught out by the level 3 on 33. It's in his name.
Just the boar.
The classic.
The boars.
Like, usually, to be honest, in most of these situations, you just check the levels. As soon as a Beastmaster has level 3, you should probably check his lane. He's probably running someone down. Meanwhile, top. Lil has been found as well. Farda might have the damage to bring him down with a stroke. He's just going to give him the right clicks for now. Very far to be able to tether across, and she better walk away. And first rune, going to go to Kasani. So, Baranya not able to refill that bottle. This is the moment where he might just start to apply a little bit of pressure to the Lina.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to wait for this bounty rune now. He's going to be forced to take his own, the safe bounty rune, or if he can get both, you know, he'd be happy with that. But
we'll have to see if actually HellRaisers try and take that bot one as well. I feel like Milan steps up like this, he can be punished, because there it is, Maledict out. Cask is good enough to bring him low enough, or is it? Very far, it's a big heal with the wand, and all of a
I
sudden...
think Witch Doctor might be in trouble here.
Yep, it's the double boars. Milan, he's going to live. He's able to walk this one off. Stun out. He's got wand again, so he'll be able to heal up and move away from Duraccio. He's not able to get the kill.
Boots. Oh, man.
He does at least get the ring.
Duraccio is sad. Sad Sven.
Right now, he's like, there should be a Witch Doctor still in the realm of the living picking up that rune for me while I hit creeps. But it's not to be.
So the Sven is quite happy. The Witch Doctor is not, but the Void is, I would say, very unhappy in this lane. And Phonic is having a great time. He's doubling up the Void and CS. He's also got a couple of denies to his name.
Actually, murdering Farda.
Out.
Oh, Jesus. That was a little bit too close for comfort for Farda. He does get out. The problem is, now that he's gone, look what they do. They move top, and they just start pressuring the tower and forcing Skitter away.
Yeah, and Faceless Void, he's forced to just go for a hike here. He's gonna try to collect the creep here and just bring them away and hopefully try to stop the push that way. I think they're gonna be able to take this tower, just Lil tethering up and overcharging the catapult with the tree, and they're gonna be fine. Take the tower, yes.
I mean, Skitter, he doesn't know where he's going at this point. He's like,
I'm
I'm hoping there's a
then
rune.
maybe in trouble. No, it's gonna be fine.
I'll move away from each other. Have a look at
It
Skitter's
looks like
items, by the
33 is
way.
going for this Dominator build here.
Oh,
This is a classic 33.
he does love this item. I mean, this looks regular, right? But then have a look at Skitter's item. Now, if you didn't know this was a pro player, this is one of those builds you see when someone's like trying out Doe for the first time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. Stacking the ring is the regen.
It's like, oh, regen looks like it's good. It stopped me dying. Very good. I'll just build more of those.
Yeah, I think this is kind of awkward though now, because now Tide rotates bottom, and it looks like he's just gonna get picked off.
Is he though? Ranya, there it is. He does get the Laguna in the end. The cast was proving a little bit pesky, and now they should be able to take this tier 1.
The thing is, Sven is not super happy, I think, up here. I mean, he's gonna be fine. He can jungle it. He might even pull some creeps here and kill this big camp, but he doesn't really want to sit in the lane against the Void. And so now this frees up a lot of heroes on the map. And from this Tide being this tanky bully up top to just going down to the bottom lane and then going down, he's like the advantage kind of that he had built up is quickly just disappearing now. Void almost on the same net worth as him now.
That's true. Like, imagine if he makes that rotation after he gets 6, right? You could maybe see a play, but going down there just casually without your Ravage, you kind of know how that's going to end when your teammates told you how well 33 starts.
Yeah, now Fnatic has to kind of think what to do here, what to do. He goes back to the bottom lane even after the tower's dead. But is this the place where he wants to be? That's the question.
I mean, Primal Roar is up again in 20 seconds. So if you get double board, you might quickly regret being here. So it looks like he's going to back up.
So, like, really, really bored then?
That's how this works, right? Like, to be honest, it's fitting. Because I don't think I've ever had a good time laning against the Beastmaster unless I'm like Ench or Chen or something that steals the boars. I am, in fact, bored every time.
No, I get that. I've had my fair share of games against Beastmasters in my day.
And it always changes, right? Like, there was a point where it was always about the wild axes, and that felt ridiculous. Then we're back to the boars again. It's like, for God's sake, no matter what, this hero is always annoying.
The Wisp Beastmaster patch, where you
Lord.
just play this Wisp Beast, that was the worst. Oh, good lord. There was no play. Like, as a safe laner, you had nothing.
That's why you picked TB. Oh, wait. TB was bad in that patch, right? So you didn't even have the level 2 full back to jungle strategy.
No. Nope. Not a TB patch, I think. So I like this at least. Void, he's got this talent in base, and it looks like he's queuing up the Mask of Madness. I think this is pretty cool. It's gonna allow him to be able to fight a bit earlier.
Potter? He ain't gonna go down. Man's chasing in, though. Inkswell does connect on 2. The Fate Bolt through with the ball. Not the ball, rather the Smasher here. They're able to find both kills. As they're clubbing in. Kasani, Laguna finishes him off. Now Lil just has to retreat quickly. Funnick, at this point, has no place being in this lane. I like how clean this is looking from mudgolems as well, as they're kind of just slowly shifting across the map, right? This is the perfect way that you want to see a Beastmaster play in the game, if he's on your team.
Yeah, I mean, utilizing the Dominator there, getting some kills onto both the mid laner and also the Witch Doctor going down once more. This is some pristine Beastmaster play.
Now, it is Neda. He is a god for a reason. God of golems in this situation. Well, actually, it's a god of hell best matches. But we'll forgive him for not role-playing his team name well enough. Especially seeing as he's about to net more kills for said team.
Yeah, are they going to be able to find the Sven here first? The Wisp, that's the question.
Lil has the reload, that's the problem.
Yeah, this could end poorly if they decide to engage here. The Tide has ported in, and yeah, they kind of realize that they don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, good force of the god strength, though. As
yeah,
well
they're
as
forcing
the
both exactly. Yeah, getting a lot of value out of that smoke, despite not finding the kill there. And also now Void has found a new home. Yeah.
Man, I've been spending too much time around you. I just know what you're going to say now, Pajkatt.
Yeah, so, you don't need me anymore.
Whoa, I don't want to go that far.
Nah, I mean, it's okay. I'm out of here.
I mean, give me your account first so I can say I've got like a...
services are no longer needed.
No. You got to give me your account first so I can brag that I got like an 8k MMR account.
Okay.
Or 9k. I don't know what you're at now. Don't mention that. No, don't.
Okay.
They use it against you.
Okay.
Just say you're 12k MMR.
I'm 3k MMR.
But we already established we're both bad at maths.
Plus a bit more.
And then a bit more.
I'm 3k plus. Let's call it that.
Wow. I mean, that's an achievement. It's not easy getting past that 3k mark. Speaking of which, Phonic has finally got past the 3k. He's almost up to 4k, and he will have that Vlad soon. Can they make any good plays off this? I don't think this is the enabling item.
On the back of the Vlads? Yeah, I mean, now all of a sudden they're able to run in and just anchor smash and live through everything.
Bam! There we go.
This is just kind of an in-between item. You know, maybe we're gonna see the dagger, or I was kind of hoping he would go for some, you know, some tanky-ish, some tanky boy kind of build. You know, some greaves, some pipe, stuff like that. I wouldn't hate the tanky Tide in a game like this.
I guess the awkward part is the way you start the lane, right? It's just all anchor smash. There's not really any of these cute plays that you see prioritizing Gush because you've got, I don't know, a stunner in your lane that can make kills happen. You had an IO as a laning partner. So it's all just how do I stop the Void CSing, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, how much can you bully? You know, that's kind of what it is. So it's kind of a quiet game.
Yeah, I was about to say this is
H are
probably
really
the
finding a
falling
lot of
asleep game of the day right now. As I say that, there is a fight in the bot lane.
Would you say it's the falling asleepest game of the day?
It's the sleepy sloopy. Whoopsie doozy is both teams lose the support there. That was the reload from the side of HellRaisers though.
And also God strength.
Again.
Sven, are you going to be able to clear those? No, but he gets to stack them. Yes, he does. So Echo Saber now going to be finished on the Sven. I also like this. You were talking about how this is going to be one of the Midas matchups, but both of these guys, they know, man. Double Mask of Madness.
Is this as much
Double
they know
Mask of
as
Madness.
much as Skinner didn't really have an alternative option here? Like, considering the lack of
Double
anything?
Mask of Madness.
Got it. So always be with mom.
Yes.
Never go wrong with a good mom.
Nope.
Alex Mike has taught me anything, it's that.
Mom's the word.
Mom is the word.
See, I was saving that one.
Ah, there you go. We're going to get you to a point where you've been around me too much. And you're just going to go, me mom, all the time.
Oh, no.
Me mom.
Don't let it get to that point, please. Smoke is going to be up now for mudgolems. And what is the play here? Okay, they're going towards top.
Yeah. Because Dirachi is almost dead to 33. And here's the thing, more value because the Chrono's on a freeze. Kasani arrives just in time to be the third kill here, as they'll be able to bring down Lil, turn around onto Kasani as well. No easy way for him to escape from this with the time dilation of 4 stacks on him. And look at the backline.
And I mean, I think this is the
this
quite
is
obvious difference between here a mom void versus a Midas void, right? That's not gonna happen if you know the void team dealt 2,000 almost 2.1k damage in that fight, and that's just not gonna happen with the Midas.
It's also the kind of matchup comparison is like this mom on Sven, very good at clearing camps, but against the Beastmaster lineup, this is like one of those, you know, it's usually that my dad will beat up your dad. This is my mom will beat up your mom, and right now, Skitter's winning with his faceless void mom.
Oh yeah, Skitter's mom is better than Jasho's mom.
Man,
for now.
For the moment. Oh, this is awkward. They're reloading in. Onto the high ground. The pigs are coming out. Fodder's waiting with the Inkswell as well. Finds them both together. Does get the stun out of Sven, but starts out should just about buy enough time for Fodder to live for 2 more seconds before he finally dies.
Some might say that the gank was tanked.
Because now the rest are left behind. There will be a reinitiation attempt, which will fail.
However, Milan is going to, for some reason, get caught in there.
Yep, I mean, I like the idea. So I'm always up for a good pincer maneuver, you know, but pincer maneuvers, if we get really strategic here, go very deep, they kind of require both sides of the pincer to be equally strong.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Well, except there also has to be 2 sides of the pincer, right?
Exactly.
Pincer maneuvers do not work if there's only one side.
This is like one strong kind of like arcing piece, and then the other one you can see is like been sellotaped on, and it's just made of cardboard. Like, yes, that will not crush anything between it. Meanwhile, look at this. See, Tarachi's found another use for his mom. It's very good for taking towers as well.
Yeah, it looks like Sven is queuing up a Yasha now. So I guess, yeah, he has the Sanj flying out to him. And yeah, he's going for the S and Y. So a lot of these kind of cost-efficient, cheaper items for the Sven, Mask of Madness, Echo Saber, followed by S and Y.
Ooh.
So kind of choosing not to go for this, the early BKB route.
Rhino.
Are they going to find Alina here?
TP out attempt, non-grata. He can't get the cask out.
Oh no. The animation of the cask.
I mean, he couldn't get the balls in the face, so they didn't even know exactly where he was. Until very
no balls to the face.
It's a problem.
Then, you know, there's a no-go.
I do like the HellRaisers are trying to bring it to them. I want to see Phonic involved in these fights, though, and you can already see he's queued up the Blink next. He realizes, like, right now, that's kind of the big difference is out of these two offlaners, 33's presence in the first 15 minutes has been noted, while Phoenix has been lacking.
Yeah, and now the thing is, the Void already has completed his BKB now. And so, yeah, Tide is going to have his Blink Dagger flying out right now. We're just going to see if is Void going to be able to, you know, is he going to be the target of this Ravage, but also is he going to be fast enough for BKB? Or are we going to see a massive Phonic Ravage?
That's the real question. I mean, usually, you know, these players, they're not getting old at this point. Even the ones that are getting old, their reflexes are still pretty good. Would you say you're an old man yet, Pajkatt, or are you still quick with the fingers?
A little.
Say again?
I'm up there. I'm a little bit of both, you know. I'm turning 28 in a few days. So.
Maybe, like, I know what it is, right? It's because you get into that stage where you're using your wisdom to efficiently be quick with your fingers.
Yes. Compensation.
Exactly. That's it's stamina.
Experience.
Stamina is the thing you get with age, I hear. Really important question here, by the way. Do you think that Sven would be a more efficient and dangerous hero if he learned how to use his sword properly?
Yeah, for sure.
He just bludgeons people to death, right? Like, I don't know if that's the most efficient way to deal damage.
No, I mean, Sven's technique is definitely not on point. But, you know, he has a big sword, and he wants to swing it that way.
I mean, like, you know the Wraith King skin, right? Like, where he kicks people. You can say that's inefficient, but that's like a BM move, right? Sven's just like, me not know how sword work. Club.
Me not know how sword work.
Ooh, me know how Ravage works, though. They're going to come out and go straight forward on the Rubik, trying to bring down the lift comes out. Skid is ready to go with the Chrono. LSA full off, and the Soulbind as well is good enough. And with the Laguna shot down, Sven and the Tide is gone. They do find the Beastmaster on the side with the Coconut bouncing around, but Kasani has also been found, and has no way away from this. He will be brought down.
And that's the BKB there on Void.
And
they get the Ravage. But I'm kind of surprised there. They didn't try to go for the Void. I feel like the only way you win that fight is by blowing up the Void there. I don't know if they thought that the Void had the Aegis. He didn't. They put it on the Lina, but I feel like they get that Ravage. Sven goes in, he stuns the Void and just tries to kill him before Chrono. I think that's your only chance of winning that fight. After that, you know, there's just nothing you can do. Like, you can have the Prophet try to silence the Beastmaster as you can't get the roar off, and then just, you know, hope that you're killing the Void in time. But
it was very quick, right? Like, I think it was a 5-second window, so maybe no one communicated or even bothered to look, because you probably just assume the Faceless Void is going to take the Aegis. Harder?
Yeah, I mean,
not this day.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. And the Sven is now queuing up a Halberd on top of the SNY. I mean, I don't hate the well, disassemble and then what?
Build another Sange.
Huh? So he has 3?
No, he has 2. Where
yeah, but I mean,
from?
No, I'm just saying. Wait, why? What item is he gonna disassemble?
You have, so you disassemble the Sange and Yash, so you have a Heaven's Halberd straight away, as opposed to
waiting. And then he just has the Yasha. No, see, now he switches into the axe.
Okay,
that makes more sense to me, at least.
It does. If anyone could make sense of the weird choice there, it was me. But as you can see, there was a struggle.
Yeah, not even you could make that one work.
He almost made it sound like a compliment. Oh, look.
You can call it what you want.
Look at Milan, by the way. Good God strength. Yeah? You take that base damage talent right now. Think of the clicks, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, that'll be something.
Then you build a Hype Stone, help out in the Chrono, like, get him.
Moonshard. Moonshard Rush.
There we go.
Void is rushing this MKB now, so he's going to have a lot of damage. And like, this is kind of what I like seeing, at least, Voids, where you go for this build. You're ready to fight now, right? The Void only has 10, 11k net worth, but he's still quite strong. Like, even removing this Blitz Knuckles and whatever items he has, almost he's gonna get kind of close to this MKB now, but even with just BKB and Mom, he's hitting quite hard.
His Mom has, obliged him to go farm, which means he's not top right now, and the Ravage comes in straight away on a 33. They see the target they want, and they bring him down. Lan is able to move away. LSA to interrupt the death board. Fada barely living on 1 HP right now, trying to move away. The Laguna finally gets the kill on the Witch Doctor. They'll try and snipe out the chorus. They do get Fadas. They'll chase forward on the Branya next, but they did reload out. They're a little bit scared because that's the first life of Branya. Milan? Who needs it anyway? I guess he really doesn't like... I mean, I guess Milan really doesn't like troll summoners because they're not mudgolems. Because that's a Ravage used on a creep camp.
Yeah, maybe he just really hated that creep camp.
That's what I mean. It's not mudgolems, right? See, like, Milan's like, oh, those are mudgolems. I will not kill those. I respect those.
They are friends. They're allies.
They are brethren, yes.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty good fight there for HellRaisers. They used the Ravage, but they get a kill on the Beastmaster. Then they get to relocate back to this bottom lane where the Sven just keeps farming. He's now about, what, 800 gold away from his axe. 700. And yeah, now comes mudgolems here. Looking Skeeter close to finishing up that MKB, level 18 now on the Void. Got that maxed out chrono. The Sven does not have a BKB though. And we're gonna see if this is gonna come back to bite him.
Branya, he wants to use this Aegis, moves up confidently into the high ground, will get stunned, but the Yules is already out in the Witch Doctor to slow him down throughout the cast. Buy some time, sidesteps the LSA, so he's going to waste as much of their time as he can before he goes down. Enough to get everyone else out.
Yeah, and Milan for now is holding on to that Ravage. I'm not sure how many more seconds he's going to have that for, but there's a BKB on the Nature's Prophet, as well as the Orchid, so queuing up the AC next and Satanic.
He has like a 14-second window to use that Ravage when it comes up to cooldown, by the way. He's got
14 seconds is plenty of time.
Yep. You just, like, doesn't matter where your team is. You blink in, you Ravage, and typically, just like a Tide Hunter, because you're role-playing him at that point, you say, where was my team?
Guys, I caught 5 heroes in the Ravage. Yeah, but no one else was on that side of them.
But why weren't you on that side of the map? The heroes were there and I had Ravage. There you go. Moment in the mind of every pub enigma you've ever had.
And there, that's going to be the Axe getting complete soon on Sven. It's going to be flying out to him soon.
He'll need it, because they're about to force a fight.
And mudgolems are lurking, waiting in the wings.
They be ready. Soulbind goes out onto one. LSA. Stolen Ravage. He does connect on the multiple heroes. He splits up the fight enough that they know they can go for the Sven. But the chrono goes down. They're not able to save with Lil, and instead he's going to join him in the grave for 50 seconds. And that will renew the push for the side of mudgolems.
Yeah, and it's kind of concerning for this Sven now. He's died 3 times. He is ahead in terms of net worth, but this hero, the way the matchup versus Void works is you have a window where you're strong and the Void is, you know, still trying to get ready to fight. But at this point, the Void is already stronger, I think, in terms of just fighting straight up. I think he can still just man-fight the Sven now with the bashes and the BKB. I think the Sven can't really... Unless the Sven gets like a lot of help from the IO and IO just keeps bringing the Sven's HP up, I think he can't really fight, so... Quite a tough situation to be in for HellRaisers now, and especially for the Sven here, for Durachu.
Yeah, it also seems like Lil's not usually preemptively tethering now, right? Now the Ags is online, usually the way you kind of play it is you want to be waiting for Durachu to initiate with the Ags, and then you tether in, melt a target, move on.
Yeah, you also don't want to be tethering so that you're getting stuck in... And,
yes,
you know, getting stuck with the Grimstroke spells and whatnot.
They are smoked up and moving out. So HellRaisers not content with just sitting back, as you were just identifying. When Void gets to this point, you realize that the map is slowly closing around you. You need to get out and do something. They'll see who tries to bite and have a little nibble at this bot lane, because they are pushing in right now.
Yeah, the Ravage is ready here. We're gonna see if they're gonna be able to find this Lina or no. Just
no
a
dice.
little bit too quick.
And Fada has the 4 staff, so he's not an easy target anymore. Blink as well. This is a pretty rich... both supports on mudgolems, actually. Not easy kills anymore. I mean, I say that. Have they really even felt like easy kills in the previous fights? Their position has been so good.
Yeah, I mean, they have the Rubik has the Blink, the Grimstroke, Blink, and 4 staff, so a lot of mobility on these mud golem supports.
Which will allow him to keep up the cause in the Radiant Triangle. And you can already see this wraparound from HellRaisers is not going to catch anything. But they might catch them as they push on this
smoke
tier 2.
They have a couple seconds left.
Look
Is
at Milan,
Milan, is he looking the right way? He
Yep.
is.
He blinks away. He actually baits them out, and now they're just trying to escape into the tree line. At least he's going to come out with Soul Mine, tearing them together. Sven gets stunned up. Primal onto the 2. The Laguna shotgun down. It's enough to kill the combo again. And they didn't even need the chrono. Skidder moves forward with the BKB onto Funnick. He's also dead for 50. Non-Grata sitting here going, what am I doing? What's the point anymore?
Yeah, that was without the chrono there. I mean, they were kind of banking on being able to find a hero with the god strength right away. Milan just kind of quick on the reflexes, just blinks out, and all of a sudden that initiation is just done because they're running into vision. They're running into hawk vision. They're running into ward vision. They're trying to run into the jungle area where they are, and they can't just blind ravage because they don't see heroes, and Sven has to be able to stick onto whoever is stunned. And yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the BKB, so he gets countered by so many spells there.
Oh, there you get him. It just feels like Mudgolem on one step ahead. I mean, even that attempt at the backstab, right? Like, Milan, he knew it was coming. His position's so good. Usually, we see a lot of teams play further up. They expect their opponents to be behind the tower, but this is one of the big advantages of the Beastmaster, right? It simplifies your understanding of your opponent's movements because you have that hawk vision constantly.
Yeah, it's just becoming too easy for them to play. And at this point, you know, being up 17k, the Void already has the Satanic now. This is gonna reduce his damage output, you know, quite a bit. He does actually get he opts to go for the Enchanted Quiver over the Orbital Destruction here on the Void. And yeah, I mean, we've seen like a lot of people have liked this item more and more. The extra 300 magical damage, of course, on the Void every 5 seconds. It is quite a lot. Also combined with, you know, both the bash and the MKB, he's going to be dealing quite a lot of actually magic damage.
Yeah, he's pretty reliant on magic damage. That's why you see Duracio's queued up a BKB next, but he's nowhere near it right now. They are near this tide, though. They move forward onto him. He's not going to get a chance to use the Ravage at this rate, as he's going to be brought down. On the other side of the fight, they're trying to control up this Sven, who has used his God Strength, but he can't fight. Primal Roar does come out. They move forward on top of him and run him down and through. They even commit the chrono as Duracio gives up. And Non-Grata, once again, the final, like, he's like, what's my team doing? What are we doing here?
What am I doing here?
I mean, Kasani is just trying to keep the game alive as well. Just look, once again, same location with the same outcome in top lane.
Yeah, this game is looking more and more like it's just in the books here. HR not really able to find any sort of fights here. I mean, the Sven, he's not really able to play, right? He's going into these fights, and he went for this. I mean, I like the Mom Echo Saber. I feel like the SNY was a complete waste of gold. I feel like that could have been a BKB, and he would be able to fight much better. Of course, he's not dying. I mean, he is dying to some extent to both Chrono and Roar, but I think if he would have had the BKB earlier, I think he could have survived some of those fights, and I think the outcome could be different now. But
also, if you get, like, you know, say you get Chrono, but you've BKB'd first, right? Like, the kind of deceptive part about Faceless Void, especially when he's chose this Enchant Quiver as well and the MKB, is he's very reliant on this magical damage.
Yeah, for sure. You negate so much of that magic damage with your BKB, and not just him, right? The spells from Grimstroke and Lina and Rubik too. So the BKB, yeah, it's still quite a ways away. And then also it's also the fact, I think, of the just having this one core Sven into Faceless Void and Beastmaster. The only targets they actually have to care about, and Chrono, that's the Sven. And so his job is, it becomes very difficult.
It feels like they've used HR's own draft against him in that regard as well, right? Because you know when there's a Nature's Prophet, he's going to want to split push. And every time they initiate these fights, Kasani, if he does bother to arrive, is going to arrive towards the end of a chrono when you're probably a target down already.
Yeah, definitely not an easy way to kind of just find these engagements as a Prophet. Also, the fact is, you're also scared of just splitting too much because of the beasts. You know that they have the Hawk vision. You don't know where the Hawks could be. Also, the Lina is it's very easy for her to, with this bot build, to just go to waves and push them. And just getting extra farm from those treants.
Which is what she's doing now. And she's going to arrive back ready for the fight. She's revealed, though, so the pings are going to come out. They need to be careful about how they approach this. They don't want to make it too obvious. But the smoke does break. God Strength chasing onto Skidderby. He has his own BKB. And he'll just turn around straight away and force Duraccio away. He's got the chrono in 5 seconds. Soulbind goes out to the back line, so Ty can't get involved or assist. They do reload out. The stuns are out. The Laguna shotgun on it too is going to bring down the Witch Doctor, force the buyback. And Funnick doesn't even get a chance to ravage. Kasani is now in the fight. The pings are coming out. They're waiting for Io to come back. Primal Roar is going to be thrown out there. Kasani is going to be brought down before he can use the BKB. And the reload in is a reload of death as they're able to find both the Sven and the Io. And it is a team wipe because that Witch Doctor, he dies back into a Rampage for Varanya. And it has kind of approached that point where you might want to type the 2 letters.
Yeah, just Lina getting to dish out all that damage there with the Orbital Destruction, with the Daedalus now sitting at 7.5k gold. Looks like he's just gonna queue up the Rapier. And yeah, I mean, they're just gonna look to end the game, I guess, here.
Oh, Kasani, stun. That's
How
gonna
many
be a
hits will he
dieback.
survive?
Gone. You want back in your base. They're trying to force that GT out. Sven finally buys back. There's the Ravage, the buyback from Io as well, chasing the 33, but the Soulbind is off cooldown. Yeah, you find that 1 kill, you might delay the end of this game, but now you need more. I mean, with that Sven buyback, there's a very clear win condition for Mudgolems.
Yeah, and also you look at the Sven's net worth and item progression. Like, you know, he had he had the mask and Echo Saber, I don't know, 11, 12 something, 13 minutes, I don't know, and now he's 20 minutes something later, he got the Axe and SNY, and, you know, he's still unable to fight. Meanwhile, Void sitting at Satanic BKB, MKB, trying to complete his Butterfly, just, you know, late game items just flying in.
Yeah, and you don't really have anyone else that can take down the Faceless Void. It's really the Sven's job. And with that mischance especially, like, this hero kind of relies on just, you know, guaranteed hits and bring them down in few. It's not really a machine gun MKB type hero often.
Yeah, and the question is, how is Sven gonna get these hits in against these heroes?
Mm-hmm.
And
So
even, I
much
mean, you
control.
look at the levels, like Farah level 22, Milan level almost 20, and 33. I mean, Farah is level 22. How did that happen? He's just been part of 22 kills, I guess.
He
that's
was
why.
split pushing a lot as well. I noticed that, like, once you have Blink 4 staff, you'd see him on the other side of the map, like, especially near the tier 2, where it was rather for AD in the bot. He'd be that deep because there was no real threat to him. If they ever initiate on him, the rest of the team is happy to go on top.
Yeah, and they're gonna be happy now with this Aegis on the Lina. She has the Rapier. I mean, it's kind of just like Mimi at this point or whatever, but...
It's like, well, you just hit the GG button already, come on.
Yeah. She's just gonna... I mean, the throne is just gonna die here.
Yeah. BKB, and
that's it. Alright. Interesting ending to the game.
It's probably one of the most, like, anticlimactic. It's like, well, I felt like maybe the GG was due on the last fight, boys, but we have arrived at it. And Mudgolems, 32,000 net worth lead in the end. But I felt like this was coming a long time, right? Like, I think there was a moment when both the cores, the POS ones from each side had Mask of Madness, where we were like, both sides looked like they had the potential. And then from there, it just felt like gradually Mudgolems completely took control of the game, but consistently.
Yeah, I mean, I think a few points worth mentioning. One thing is, I think personally, I feel like this trade-off for Sven Wisp versus Void, I feel like this can definitely favor the Void. I think Sven doesn't really like playing into Void. I think it's a pretty scary matchup if you're just the one, just because of the fact that Chrono disables you during BKB, and so you don't have that much BKB time to actually hit heroes. Another thing is, I think that they were off to a really good start, actually. HR, I think Tide was bullying this Void quite a lot. Void was sitting in a lane which was quite uncomfortable, but then Tide rotated to bottom. I'm not sure exactly what the communication was. Maybe Sven felt that he was suffering a little bit too, and I think he was actually fine. Like, you know, he was maybe trailing the Beastmaster just by a little bit, but the Void was getting so bullied, and then he just gets this very easy comeback where he gets to sit against the Sven in lane, and then he gets to on this bottom lane alone and just sit there and farm up whatever items he wanted. Also, the last pick, Nature's Prophet, I thought that was pretty awkward. I'm not really sure what the purpose that was. I'm not sure if the hero was supposed to stomp Lina mid or something, but I just don't really see that much of a place in this lineup. And I also think the combination of just Wisp and Witch Doctor, I feel like 2013 called and wants its heroes back.
Jesus. I think especially that Nature's Prophet, like we hit on it both at the end. We both kind of like had this awkward look on our face, like we're not big fans of this. I don't feel like we ever had one moment where I looked and went, "What a play from Kisani." And I don't. Like, that's not me hating on the player. I'm hating on the hero. And as you already highlighted, like you have this double heal sustain type support duo, but the kind of consistent thing I think we saw throughout this game is who is your playmaker on HellRaisers? Who is starting these fights and opening up like mudgolems to being vulnerable?
Yeah, no, I'm not really sure that like I said, the last pick there. They had like a kind of a greenish theme, I guess, in their draft, or like they had some kind of color scheme they wanted to,
They went from blue to purple to
like neutral
green,
colors and
which
green and
yeah, which I think is a
yeah.
transition of colors, so that kind you kind
Mhm.
of justify that. No, no, let's not justify that at all.
Yeah. Anyways, just kind of stellar performance, I think, from mudgolems. I mean, this, I feel like what you expect from a team that's like at least where you have some of these, I don't know, like more highly
proven
rated,
proven players, right?
yeah, players just with more to their names, I guess. Just kind of a stellar performance. Just it looked pretty clean throughout the game. There was not really any, like aside from this rapier towards the end, which was also kind of fine. There was nothing really, no major mistakes to talk about. Just kind of an easy game for them. I feel like I'm hoping the second game becomes a bit more even at least.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Although I gotta give credit to Mudgolems. Like when I was watching them yesterday, the first game I feel like it was the draft that kind of let them down. It was a hard one to execute. The second game, very clean. Ironically enough, they had Beastmaster in that one as well. It feels like Mudgolems. I like that they're now prioritizing. I want to say it's easier to execute drafts because when you're a new team, that's usually the thing that trips teams up. Right? Is they try to go for the super flashy stuff that maybe a team like I don't know, Liquid has been playing together for years or Team Secret would try. But for these new
Hmm.
stacks, they don't have a good enough understanding of each other's playstyle yet.
Yeah, no, for sure that might be the case. Anyways, for this next series, for this next, sorry, not series, but the next game, I'm just hoping that the HR can kind of collect themselves and rethink some parts of their drafts, and also just maybe if you're in these lanes where you're actually kind of happy, I think not overreacting to maybe a little bit of pressure that the Beastmaster is putting onto the Sven there by forcing this Tide to leave his lane.
A crucial lesson. Don't listen to your post one when he Papagas that he's lost his lane. Win the other two.
Yes,
There we go.
yes.
We'll see if they can make that transition, that adjustment in game two, because it's only the first one. Best of twos. Mike Golem's off to a good start. Let's see if they can close it out with a 2-0 if HellRaisers can get another point on the